be okay, you and your family. Today we have a new lesson, mixing and separating solids. But what is a mixture? Mixture are a combination of substances that are not combined chemically. Mixture is made up of two or more different substances that are mixed together. We can separate the substance in the mixture. The mixture can be solids, liquids, and gases. For example, air contains three types of gases: nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. The substances don't react with each other. How can we separate the substance in the mixture? These are the methods. The first one is hand picking, means to make out by hand. This method is usually used to separate undesirable substances such as small pieces of stones from wet and the rice. The pieces of stones are picked up from the grains by hand one by one and thrown away. In this way, all the stone pieces are removed and only food grains are left behind. This is a method to separate mixtures, and here is the link that you have to show a video of hand picking of these methods. Threshing. Threshing is the process of separating grain from the stalk. It involves beating the dry stalks to shake off the dried grains. Traditionally, threshing was done by hand. However, today threshing machines are used to separate large quantity quickly. This here is a link in video that explains threshing method. Winnowing. Winnowing, this technique is often carried out following threshing. Winnowing is the separation of the heavier particles of grain from the lighter husk and chaff using wind or moving air. This process needs to be repeated several times to achieve good separation. And this, we have a link of a video that explains this process that is called winnowing. What about filtration? Filtration is a process used to separate solids from liquids or gases using a filter medium that allows the fluid to pass, but not the solids. There are many practical examples of separating mixture by filtration. Some of these include using a tea strainer or bag tea. The filter in vacuum cleaner allows the air to pass through, but not the dust and other substances. Using a coffee filter and sieving fluid to remove any lumps. This is the method of filtering. Evaporation or boiling. This technique is used when a dissolved component needs to be recovered from a solution. For example, salt is extracted from seawater by evaporating the water. Evaporation relies on the different substances in the mixture having different boiling points. Freezing. Freezing is a technique that can be used to separate two liquids that are in different freezing points. For example, a mixture of oil and water can be separated by placing it in the freezer. The water will freeze, but the oil will not. The ice can be removed, leaving the oil behind. And the last one is chromatography. Chromatography is a very useful method for separating mixtures. Medical scientists can identify some disease by studying blood and urine chromatography. This technique used to compare dyes in fabric or fiber samples left at the scenes of a crime with those found on the suspect. Science use different forms of chromatography to separate mixture and identify the components of the mixtures. It is an especially useful technique where there is only a small amount of a mixture available and quite a quick procedure. Thank you for your attention. Bye.